Hello guys. I wasn't gonna make this video, but growing up in the UK, I used to live in Birmingham, UK, and I used to go to this school called the Shireland Collegiate Academy, and this was in secondary school. And growing up in these schools, as a Somali person, you are always looked as an outcast. Even the black people there, they make fun of you, and then the Asians, they're the worst. The Pakistani people in Shiloh Collegiate Academy make fun of you because you have a big forehead. As you guys can see, I do have a big forehead. But I used to get bullied a lot in secondary school a lot. But I don't know why. I think it was mostly because I was Somali, but at the same time, it was also because I was kind of a wimp at the same time, right? I wasn't really standing up for myself too much. I guess it was actually a little bit of a hint of because you're Somali, and there isn't really too much of a unity between the Somali people in every school. Like, if they see someone's getting bullied, they don't care. They're only out for themselves. But I'm gonna tell you guys something unique that really happened with me in terms of my experience in Shineland Collegiate Academy. In that secondary school when I was in year 8, I was getting bullied fairly a lot, yeah. So there was this guy called Ryan Campbell. Was his name Ryan Campbell? I'm not sure exactly, but that dude was the worst motherfucker ever. I used to get into fights with him all the time. Actually, we had a fight in the fucking cafeteria, and then the teacher broke it up, and then we both got in trouble and whatever. And then we had a fight outside of school, and then there was this fat boy called Alex, the white fat guy. Like, he was so fat. Like, dude was like this big, belly fucking huge. Like, stand up to try and show you guys how big his belly was. Probably up to here. Like, dude was super fat. And he didn't really bully me. He was just a fat dude. But Ryan used to try to bully me. He succeeded a little bit. Well, and what was that girl's name? Amapri Kaur, right? In year 8, they threw water at me after school, right? So I was pissed off. I was just angry. I went home and I was strategizing. I just came up with a good plan. I was like, okay, so how do I get back at these motherfuckers? Because if I don't do something, this is gonna keep going for the rest of the year. And obviously, I don't want to get water thrown at me after school, and I don't want to keep getting bullied like this. So I gotta come back with a strategy and a game plan to try and make this stop. So I went to the toilet and I grabbed some bleach, and I knew that was gonna be very corrosive for those motherfuckers. And I put it in a fruit shoe bottle. I took out the fruit. I remember this like very vividly. Like, I remember it like it was yesterday, even though this shit was like how long ago? It was like 12 or some shit. 12/13 years old and getting bullied heavily in secondary school. Like, that's wild, right? Like, think about that. Like, honestly, you know, um, you know, I don't know if I should say this on YouTube, but I don't know. Like, I wanted to get that bitch, and I wanted to get that motherfucker Ryan, and I wanted to get that bitch Amapri real bad, and I wanted to make him disappear. If you catch my drift. So I end up going to the toilet, and then there's this little ceiling. Like, I remember my toilet vividly. Like, it was when I used to live in Church Gardens in Birmingham, and the school was like 10 minutes away, just walking. Every morning I'd be going to school, but anyways, yeah. So I go to my toilet, the toilet upstairs, and then I grab the fruit shoe bottle. I drink the fruit shoe, or I remember what fucking flavor it was too. It was a blueberry fruit shoe bottle too, like a tiny ass. Those fruit shoe bottles, like those tiny little fruit shoe bottles. I dumped out the fruit shoe, or I drank it, or whatever the fuck, and then I substituted it with bleach. And then the next day I went to school. I put it in my bag like normal, and then I found my opening, and it was in the middle of class. The teacher was gone. She was going to grab something from somewhere else, maybe going to grab something from a different classroom. I'm not exactly sure about that. I don't remember. But then Emma Priest started making fun of me, whatever, blah blah blah. I fucking grabbed the fruit shoe bottle, and then I threw it at that bitch, and what happened was the first shoe hit her here and here. The bleach hit her here and here, so she got some discoloration here. Her clothes were fucked up because there was bleach all over it. Her hands were kind of fucked up too, like there was scarring here and here, like all over the place. Like I got my revenge, but at the same time, like I got some big consequences for that. Like I got excluded for like a couple days, but at the same time, like my reasoning for that was because I was getting bullied. So then they couldn't expel me because I had actual reasoning for why I did the shit. Like they couldn't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna expel you now because you fought back against the bullies." What did you think? What did you expect me to do? Like if I took a knife and tried to kill her, then I would go to jail forever. So I knew that I was smart enough to know that I shouldn't go up in there and try and kill these bitches with a knife or something like that. That wasn't even a consideration because I was smart enough to know that's gonna ruin the rest of my life, right? I'm gonna be in jail for like whatever. So I was like, okay, I got excluded for a couple days, blah blah blah. But then the reputation at my school was just so bad, man. Like everybody was gonna call me. Everybody from that day on, I was known as Bleach Boy. Like I was getting made fun of. So the bullying never stopped. It got worse. Like this wasn't a good solution because it got worse. I didn't get any better for doing that shit. It just got worse because after that year ended, my parents they sent me over to Redstone Academy to do this bullshit Islamic school, whatever the fuck, because they felt like they wanted to take me out of that environment, but like I didn't choose to go there, and they used me going there as a scapegoat to try and shame me into getting good grades and stuff like that. They would say, "Oh, how much money did I spend taking you to this school?" Because it's not a government school; it's like a private school. So my parents had to pay a tuition fee every month to finish my studies there. So my dad would always, use like he would always not make fun of he would make fun of me a lot as well, and he would like shame me because he's spending a lot of money to send me to that school. I didn't ask you to send me over there. I didn't say you should send me to that school, dude. You did it. You did it out of your own volition. So I don't know why you're shaming me because you want me to get better grades because you're paying for my education. But at the same time, I mean, it's not my fault. I mean, I got decent grades. I didn't get great grades. I got above average. I got B's and D's. I got B's in math and English and biology, and I got a C in chemistry and a D in physics because I'm really bad at physics. But like, and then it backfired. Me using the bleach thing backfired because later on after my GCSEs, I completed my GCSEs and I had to actually go back to shireland sixth form. So everybody was making fun of me for throwing bleach in sixth form. So making friends was impossible because everybody knows who I am because of my reputation. And my reputation is not to be feared or respected, it's to be made fun of because I threw bleach. Everybody's gonna know who I am. My name was known. Everybody knew who I was, man. Everybody knew who I was, and I was known as the weirdo that threw bleach on a girl because he was getting bullied. So I got made fun of because of that. So it kind of backfired. I didn't even want to go to that school. Like my parents forced me to go to that sixth form because it was close to my house. So my mom forced me to go there, and my dad forced me to go to that school. Like, and they always made fun of me because I got my what grades did I get? I mean, I got decent grades. I got above average. So, but they kept comparing me to my sister's grades and stuff like that. Like, it was really my parents' fault. Like, I hate my parents so much. Like, I really hate those motherfuckers so much, man. I hate my dad. I hate my mom. I hate both of them. Even until to this day, even though it's years and years later, I still hate those motherfuckers, man. Like, fuck you, Abba, and fuck you, Hoya. I'll say it in my mother tongue so they can understand me more because I know they're gonna watch this video because they keep sending me texts telling me don't stop doing this, stop making these videos, you're on a campaign, you're trying to make me look bad. I don't care, dude. I'm not trying to make you look bad. You made yourself look bad, bro. But it is what it is, and that's what happened. I remember this dude called Akib was bullying me in sixth form too. I actually got bullied throughout my entire school life. Like, shit. A lot of Somali people got bullied too, so it wasn't just me, but at the same time, no, but it's like, how are you even supposed to fight back when there's so many more of them than there is of you? Like, you can't physically fight back because they're stronger than you, right? And there's more of them than you. You can't verbally fight back because if you do, they'll beat you up. So it's like, okay, what do? You kind of have to like just take it, or you can tell the teachers, but the teachers ain't gonna do shit. They don't care. You know, it's like a low income place, and they don't give a fuck about the students. Like Shireland was a shitty school, wasn't really a great school. I mean, I can't say it was all bad. It was mostly bad though. 80% of the time, 90% of the time, it was trash. It was bad. How are you gonna learn anything when you're getting bullied constantly? Like, it's not really like conducive to anything, you know. But